What's up, boys and girls? This is Spit Logic, and I'm going to do something a little bit different today. So this is going to be maybe a series, but at least right now, I'm going to call this From Crates to Breaks. And what I'm essentially going to do, it's almost like rhythm roulette, where I'm going to go to a place and pick up some records without listening to them. Typically, when I crate dig, I like to listen to the record. I like to get a vibe from it, and then when I catch that break, that's what determines, you know what, I'm going to buy that record. In this case, and specifically, I think for this challenge, I'm going to go into the, let's call it the bargain bin, and not get those gems or those names of individuals that I necessarily know, but an album, a record that just appeals to me just based on the way it looks on the outside. So I went to this record store called Graveface Records and Curiosities. It was probably half of a record store. The other half just had a bunch of kind of weird stuff. It had some music stuff in there as well, but just a lot of different things in there. And right outside the store, there are these crates that have these bargain records. Inside, it had a really good selection of records. I think it was mainly, metal, rock. That genre was more prominent in there than the other stuff. And then, of course, a lot of the newer pop records. So I went through the entire store, and then I was just drawn back to that recycle bin, to the bargain bin, sorry, and just started digging through it. I went through it was about 4 crates there, and I went through 3 of them, and these are the 3 records that I've got. So this first one, Journeys of Odysseys. I just really like the art on this one. It has this very Greek look to it, and then it opens up into this booklet, and it seems to make some sort of narration. So this looks like it is it's called A Jazz Suite for Chamber Orchestra by Bob Friedman. So jazz and orchestra music. A good blend. This was $4, so I'm looking forward to necessarily seeing this jazz orchestra blend. I think Wynton Marsalis is probably the best person who's done that. The second one is this one is called Riverboat Days. This is it's called the Southern Gateway Chorus. And well, it looks like it's a couple of groups here. This just kind of caught my eye just because it seems nostalgic. And then, the Southern Gateway Chorus and Friends, which means to me it is all vocals, probably little to no instrumental. On the back here, I think it has a couple of groups here. It looks like there's some banjo on here, but it's the Southern Gateway Chorus, Dapper Dads, the Roaring Twenties, New Harmony 4, and the OK 4. So 4 different groups. There's a banjo in here, and there's also a narrator. So even if I don't get music off of here, if I don't use the vocals on there, I think I might just try to use some of the narration. And it looks like this is a show, actually. So we'll see what we get out of that one. This one caught my eye just because it's the Giza pyramids and the Sphinx. This is east of the Suez River. And this is Jackie and Roy. That's all it is. It's just Jackie and Roy. It's just their 2 first names. So, what caught me about it was the attributes to it. So Jackie's doing the vocals, Roy is the vocalist and the piano. Then they have drums, percussion, vibes, and bass. So this sounds like this is going to be like a minimalist kind of jazz record. But we're going to see. I'm really excited to see what this one is. So these three, out of these three, I mean, I think I picked a pretty good unknowns. And, you know, it wasn't just the cover on it. I read a little bit on there. I didn't Google anything. I hadn't listened to any of the music here, but we're going to see what comes about as a result of me digging through these, seeing if I can get some good samples, some good breaks off of it, and then trying to create a beat off of it. All right, let's take a look. Or take a listen in this case. I'm wondering how much I can use the vocals on here. I do like the vocals on here. Even if I can't use any of the music. But I need some thick strings. I just need to find, I think, just a streamlined, consistent, like sound, like a singular note of the chorus going across. So out of the three, this is the one I'm most curious about listening to. I've got some music off of the first record, and I've got a sound bite off of the second one, but I hope I can get a good sound bit off of this one. We'll see. So a lot of times I like to listen to an entire album all the way through before I make a decision, but in this case, it just hit me. And other times I just wait for it to hit. So this is track 3, Close Enough for Love. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm using for the sound bed. This is it. I'm not sure exactly how long this took. Of course, it took less than 24 hours. I listened to one record last night and then slept on it. And then the following day, just worked on it, that morning. Took me a couple of hours till this morning. So now I have a somewhat complete beat, which I used elements from all 3 of the records that I got. And let's go ahead and get started with it right now.
Are you ready?
Our good ship made time, bound outward down the wind for the strange island of Sirens. The lovely voices and ardor pealing over the water made me crave to listen.
So that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed just the anticipation of what I was going to find or not find, digging through, listening to those different records. And I think, you know, with this constraint of just, you know, a short period of time and using records that I'd never even listened to, I think it came out pretty well. My biggest challenge was using all three records together, especially with the different melodies and the different tempos of those melodies. But you can subtly hear in some of the music that I made that I did utilize music from each of those three records. I think my biggest takeaway from this was the Jackie and Roy album. That album, actually, I stopped halfway through side A, and once I found that song, I was like, I knew this was it. So I haven't even listened to the whole record. I am probably anticipating that I'll find some more stuff that I want to take out of that particular record. Anyway, thanks for the listen. Thanks for the watch. If you have any comments or any suggestions of what you want to see me do next, let me know. And until next time, peace.